Roy Orbison, I drove all night. Light bulbs. They used to be simple things. You'd buy a pack of them and they would just work. You had to make sure you bought the correct wattage and fitting, generally screw or bayonet cap, but that was essentially it. Now, of course, it's more complicated with LED bulbs and has been for a while, so this is nothing new, but it's still worthy of discussion. This came about when I was in my loft and there's a light in there which wasn't very bright, so I thought I'd get a brighter bulb. I needed a small screw one. Fair enough, but now I've got to look out for lumens, i.e. brightness. Not many have got used to using such a measurement quite yet. Watts are displayed on the packaging as well, but they're so low in value it's almost irrelevant and they don't correspond to the way it was back in the day. Everyone knew what a 60-watt bulb put out, much less so with the equivalent in lumens. The wattage from any basic LED household bulbs is generally 4, 5 or 6, but it could be more or less. Outside floodlights, for example, could be many more watts, but let's not get into that. They say an old 60-watt bulb equals about 6 watts for LED equivalents, but then you've got to translate that into lumens, and that varies, and you see it's complicated, and people aren't used to it. Colour temperature as well. There's daylight, cool white, warm white, extra warm white, just white, or colour changing, which you can control via the app. Granted, the two most common are cool and warm white, but it's something else to worry about. Many bulb boxes will show the Kelvin scale, so a scale from cool to warm colours, to try and help you out, but it just adds to all the tech specs. And will the new bulb fit in the existing lamp holder? This has improved over the years, or some of the shades as well. Some of the bulbs stick out and you just can't get them to fit in, and rubbish. Do you want your bulbs to dim? If so, make sure you get the dimmable ones or else you're stuffed. Again, this wasn't an issue in the old days, but it is now. Wouldn't it be nice if all LED bulbs were dimmable by default? Even if you get a dimmable one, they may still not work properly, as your dimmer switch is old, so you've got to replace that with a new one. You then find the back box isn't deep enough to accommodate the new switch, so you've got to chase out the wall to fit a deeper box. All this to have working lights. And then there's reliability. I've had my fair share of incandescent bulbs blow over the years. LED was supposed to improve on that situation. I've had many LED bulbs fail after a short time, or go wrong and flicker non-stop. Yes, disco time when you don't want it.